Hello, this is Jilly Bling. Today's project is, are you like, where is that? That is an online exclusive. So if you watched the prior video, the one of me doing the unboxing, there was, let me show you this one. There was a set called Magnolia Mood. And this is a set, and it comes as a bundle with the dies. And look at these dies. So the open ones cut out the images. Woohoo, that's great. But look at this thing. Can you see all the detail in that? And along with all these, I don't even know what they make yet, but I will be sure to find out soon. So we'll be using this bundle, online exclusive beginning March 5th. You could get this bundle. Also, Comforting Thoughts is an online exclusive. And what got me first was cancer sucks, which is true. But what do you say? I've had a few friends who have beat it. They're doing great. But when it comes time, what do you say? It's just hard. Because you can't say, hey, get better. And you know that they'll get better. Because you're really hoping that they will. But they have a long road ahead of them. So this set, and I don't know anyone in particular that this should go for. But even like a friend of mine who just had a hip replacement, actually two friends, they could use, like, hope this is a feeling better kind of day. I mean, when you're progressing after you get a replacement like that, it's nice to send a card, and this would work for that too. So, great set. This is also an online exclusive, available March 5th. And so there's this sample, which I showed you. But then I also made this one. And isn't that sweet? So it's using different colors, different designer paper, but the same layout, where it has the two layered panels, piece of designer paper, big piece of designer paper, this die, and look how sweet that little magnolia is. Very fun. And this embossing folder, oh, it's pretty. Florals. I think it's called 3D Florals. And it is just beautiful. So I did that one earlier, and I was owing these little bits. Those bits are for free. They are opaque faceted gems. I think these are the free ones. Should have checked it first. If not, they're in the mini catalog. But there's gems in the middle, and I think that they're kind of overlooked right here. Opaque faceted gems for free with a $50 purchase. So, and a lot of these papers that I'm using are free also. Looking through here, this one is that right there. This printed blue floral paper is right there. And what is this one? This one isn't for free. This one is in the, I know it's on the back of it. Oh, that one might be free too. I think that one is in the stippled roses. Anyhow, it's great to use. There it is right there. It's great to use free product. Just because it makes it feel like you're really scoring when you're able to use it. So there's the back side, there's the blue floral side. Pool party. Okay, let's get on with it. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, oh, and this embossing folder is another online exclusive. This one right here, Fun Patterns Embossing Folders. It's a set of 2, and that is effective. You could get it March 5th. Okay, is that it? Nested Essential Dies is for the words. Stylish Shapes is for the circle, right here. Okay, let's make this card. Let's do it. And I'll show you the paper cut sizes after well, here. It's all right here. So I have them here, and at the end, I will hold up the card with the paper cut sizes, but I'll say them as we go. And this is Misty Moonlight. This is boho blue, but they still kind of go together. Here's the embossing folder. Okay, so for the words, it's 1.5 by 3 5/8. Let's just stamp the words. Hope this is a feeling better kind of day. Right there. And it's just a small thing. You're like, those are some big papers for just small, but it works out just fine. Okay. And since I'm on a roll, let me cut that. Okay, so let's see what else. Those are just accessories. This is for stamping the flower. And this one is 4 1/4 by 3 to stamp the flower. 4 1/4 by 3. Okay. So this is the big Magnolia. And I'm stamping it in Memento because I'll color it in the flower lightly. And then the petals, those are spruce. Those are really colored in. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Distinctive stamps, I love them. Does this one say distinctive? Usually I think it would say down here. Oh, it doesn't. Looks pretty distinctive to me. So there's a die for that. Don't we love that? I have one here, partially colored. Okay, so all these other pieces. Let's see, the designer paper, which is right here, which will act as a band, is 1 by 3 5/8. These pieces here, the colored panel are, the colored one is 1 1/8 by 3 5/8. The two of them in white is 1 by 3 1/2, and we can attach those. Oops, crazy driver. If you don't have one of these, they're awesome. Adhesive remover. Otherwise, I'd get sticky all over everything. Okay, so they go on. I love boho blue. With just a little reveal. Okay, and then these go into that fun embossing folder. Brand new. Put these two in. Get them straight. And run it through my machine. So I have those there. This piece here is for the circle 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I'll cut that out. That's going to go probably on top. And, oh, this die is for the other card, the pool party card. Okay, and so this designer paper is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. The two white, there's one white behind it, one white for the inside. Those are 5 1/4 by 4. And the base paper is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So I'll hold them up if you're ready to take a screenshot. If you're going to make this card. And I'll put all these on my blog, which is juliebling.com. There you go. Okay, let's get to making this. Pretty, pretty. When you deal with so much pretty stuff, like all this right here, there's no way this project can go wrong. And you know what? I know when I was putting all these pieces on, it's like, this is just a little bit excessive, but, and it has a lot of layers and a lot of pieces, but that's what makes it, isn't that cute? That's what makes it interesting. And it's not boring by no means. Okay, that goes on the white, just a little layer, which makes it stand up on the boho blue really well. And you know this, it looks like the vines are all going upward, so I'll keep it just like that. Before I stick that down, I'm going to put this little strip on. More birds. Oh, and I have to trim it a bit. So I'll put it on, then I'll trim it. How about right there? And I started to color the flower just to save time, but there's a whole lot more coloring to do. And the coloring on the inside too. Are you like, what's on the inside? On the inside, did I show you? It's kind of a little bud. And I looked it up on my phone. What is a magnolia bud? Pod. Magnolia flower pod. And they showed something like theirs, but theirs had like little red berries popping out of it. But I really didn't want to put red into the inside of this card. Color red probably wouldn't work too well. So to attach the ribbon, I'll put just a little bit of adhesive. And this is so pretty. I haven't used it near enough. And you know the color is not boho blue, it's misty moonlight, but it still works. So this, just wrap it around, and it's just a band of it. That's sticking pretty well. But to make sure, because the last thing I'd want is for the ribbon to pop out when the card is being sent. So I used tear tape. Did I do that with dimensionals? I did. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the tear tape on there and put this on with dimensionals. Maybe one in the middle, just cause. Okay, put that right on the front. See, that right there is beautiful. You can just put words on it. Let's see. But you know I can't do that. There. Put sparkle on it. You're done. Okay, so this is going to go right about here. These pieces are going to be right in the middle. And I textured, I keep doing that. I textured the white and the boho. I put them together first and then ran them through the folder, and that's okay. It's a little bit snug on your folder, but it works out just fine. Okay, so this one will go here, and I'm aiming for the middle. So now that that one is there, I'm going to have that equal amount at the top and this equal amount on the side, and I'm not worried about what's in the center. There it is. Okay, so that will go there. This needs a little more coloring. And the circle, this is inside. So this circle is going to go right under here, kind of off to the side. But this one, you notice how I used a sponge to add just a little bit of color? Let's do that now. Boho blue, sponge, just kind of brush it. And keep in mind that when you are sponging something, the less ink on the sponge, the softer the sponging is. Here, I'll show you a good example. Okay, see how down here I'm running out of ink? But that's where it's a lot softer. So up here was right into the ink, and you could even see the streaks on it. Down here it's really soft because I was running out of ink. Ooh, but I think the flower will go right there. And it will dry softer than what you see right here too. Okay, that's good. I was going to do some sponging on the inside. That might be pretty. If I do a mask. So on this one, I wanted to do the same sponging. See how it's a little bit pool party back behind there? If I did the same thing on this one, but I had to make a mask for that. I wonder if I could, I'll try that. I'll use this mask. Okay, I have a plan. Let's finish the front. Okay, so this is going to go there. This will need a little coloring. And I'm going to start with the leaves. So I'll do it all in spruce light and then do a few details in spruce dark. So spruce light, everything. And I'll go right up next to the flower petal in spruce dark. Okay, and if you have a marker with a really nice tip, you can color, because I know it's all just black right there. Hold on. You can, but that's only if you have a marker that has a really nice tip. You can go over it if you want. It's probably neater if you just leave it in the black stamped image. Okay, got that. So now the dark spruce. Ooh. It's good that it's closed tight. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to go like right there against the white petal, because that will make the white petal look really bright and kind of define that that is a white petal. And then wherever Stampin' Up! Has shadows from the stamp, including right here, they're leaving the center of that leaf light. And then I'll just do a few little swooshes wherever they have swooshes. Definitely along the edge. I'm not really blending it, I'm just following their lead on these swooshes. Swishes. Okay. Almost there. And so the next is petal pink, light and dark, mostly light, petal pink light for the flower. And it's going to be wherever they have the shadows. And then the flower center is daffodil or dark lemon lolly. And that's just one color. Just because it's so small. And it already has all those shadow marks on it. Okay, so petal pink wherever there is swishes, dark shadows. So just follow whatever they have, the stamp. All of that is shadow. Such a pretty set. It'll be fun to play with those other dies, see what they do. And then the petal dark, as you're coloring, you'll probably notice that there's some shadows that are a little bit darker than others. And I'll go back with petal dark and hit those. So like right here, see how dark that is? And just color that all in with petal dark. Same here, that's really dark right there. And here. But that up there, no. I think it's more toward the center of the flower only. Not really taking time to do any blending. Okay, so that is it for coloring. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's build this. So this is going to go on with dimensionals. And then I'll tuck the words underneath. So until I'm ready to put the words underneath, I'll just do 2 dimensionals. And let me see, on here, I'll have it kind of framing this flower, so it'll be off to the side. So now I'm going to put glue on the underside of my boho circle. Stamp and seal is good. It's very sticky. And that, so this is still loose. So now I'm thinking the flower, I have it kind of pointing down a little bit, right about there. And then put this on with dimensionals. And I know probably this bottom one will be over the ribbon, but the rest, the other 3 will really hold it right in place. So this will get tucked under here. I want the leaf kind of going over the words. I want to see the words. How about right like that? So you can see the words, but the leaf is covering up the top part of it. Okay, and then to make sure that this flower is stuck down a little more, that can use glue. A little right there, and a little here. And then I'll tuck in a few more dimensionals. Host code. If you want to order this bundle, or anything, if you can use this host code, I would greatly appreciate it. So lift this up. Just getting this thing stuck in place. Probably more than necessary, but that's okay. Then we have to put the gems on. The gems are another online exclusive. They're called Frosted Dots. And they came out with the Irresistible Blooms. Isn't that pretty? Irresistible Blooms bundle. Loose Frosted Dots, online exclusive. Wait till you see these. They're 3 colors, I think 3 or 4 sizes. But aren't those pretty? So when you're looking at them there, you're like, oh yeah, those are pretty. But look at them on here. See how they shine like that? It's like, I guess they're frosted, but the shine on them is a little deceiving. When you just look at them, a picture of them, you don't see how pretty they are. So this one I used the Daffodil Delight. I'm thinking on this project, how about using the, it's probably Pretty Peacock. It's Pretty Peacock, and I don't have that color on here. But if you put all 3 colors on, the yellow, I picked up the Daffodil Delight just because the flower center was yellow, but I'm kind of liking this. The pink goes with the paper, so there's no going wrong with this project, but let's try Pretty Peacock. And there's 3 sizes in here. Here's a little one, and here's a medium one. See, that looks good too. So, to put them on, this one I did them on the circle. Well, let's see how they would look. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, stick with the circle. So one here, 1, 2, 3. So put the big one here. Okay, so the front is done. Okay, so for the inside, that does look good though. Let's start with the words. So the words are done in Memento. I don't have all the right words to say. And then down in the corner, I'll do that after I stamp the flower on there. Okay, let's try like this. Oh, I know. Okay, I have an idea. I'll still show you what the mask is. Okay, so I'm going to color this in just a minute. I'll give it a second to dry. But where's that other? This one, just as we stamped everything, this is still to be colored. Pretend like that's still to be colored. I made a mask out of a Post-it. And I tore it. But this goes over here. And this goes right here. Oh, you should get it lined up the same. Okay, so it was just like that. Then I took my pool party, because this is pool party theme, inked it, and then just swooshed over the top of it. And what that does is kind of puts a shadow behind it. It's really fragile though. But that left the flower being really bright and white, and you could kind of see where I cut it a little bit bigger than the leaf. So that's a mask. So for this one, let's do Okay, first we'll just start coloring it. So the leaf is going to be spruce, like on the front. Spruce everything. And I don't think I'm going to do the branches because I can't, my tip isn't that perfect, or maybe I wiggle too much. It's better just as it is, stamped. Isn't that pretty? And then I'll go back with the spruce dark and do the shadows. So right here along the center, along the edge, and then just a few of these little areas. This leaf looks like it's stamped just a little lighter. Okay, and now to color this pod thing, I'm going to use Soft Seafoam Light and Dark and Petal Pink Light. So I'll start out with the Soft Seafoam Dark and go to the bottom of each of the little pods. And I'm not going to take time to really blend this just because it's already highly shadowed and detailed, and it's really small. When I looked up online, the red pods, I think that's just what is the next step in this. And I'm assuming that this is what happens after the leaves are gone. Well, let me check. So I'm doing this one here. But all these other ones, that's just solid green. That would be boring. But look at all the red on those. That one has a lot of red. That looks like a pickle. But that doesn't match the theme of my project. Therefore, we'll do that one. This one. Is that dark? Oh, that's dark. And you know, every time I seem to forget these center ones. Right here. Okay, so this is going to go maybe to halfway point. So crossing over a little bit of the Seafoam Dark. And next will be Petal Pink Light. But if there's a little white gap in there, that would probably be a good bridge between Seafoam and Petal. So this will just be on the tip. And see how I'm leaving a little white gap in there? But when it dries, the marker ink dries, it will be a real soft look, because these are all pastel type colors. And I'll put pictures on my blog, and I'll make sure to get a close-up picture of this. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the plan, I was coming up with a plan thinking I would outline it, use color lifter. So it would be nice to do it in blue. Let me see what boho looks like. Or maybe balmy? No, boho, because this is a boho card. I think that's going to be too dark. Maybe seafoam. Let me try that. Okay. So this is the plan. Just go around all of this. And you could tell I'm not being real careful. Just because I know it's so light, I'm not going to go around the pod. There. That solves my little dilemma. And after I'm done here, I'll hold it up. Okay. So then next I'm going to do, see how there's just that little ring around it? Color lifter. And just to soften this little edge. So it just looks like a little shadow around it. Same idea as the other project. Same but different. Okay. Yeah, just a hint of shadow. That's pretty. I'll hold up the two and see what you think, which one you like better. If it was worth it to go around the outside edge with the seafoam blend. Okay, so here are the two. You can hardly tell the difference. Either way is good. Okay, so that is it for today's project. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.